It is once upon a time. I'm late, I know, so I'm trying to catch up before the finale comes out because I don't want to get spoiled. But this is episode 21 of season 5. Its title is Last Rites. Someone's gonna die. Let's do it.
I'll tell them you changed.
Yeah, that'll do it. They're not gonna listen to you, Zelina. The last they know, you were evil too.
Would you mind taking the baby?
Don't give him the baby!
You would trust me with your daughter.
And in the pouring rain? See, people become heroes, they get stupid. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the Camelot storyline.
My name is Hades, god of death.
And I'm just babysitting right now.
I will need your help.
You broke his neck. Okay, he's kind of cool now because I hated that guy.
What do you mean Arthur escaped? I thought you were guarding a cell. It's not my fault. This useless lump fell asleep.
Merida's still a thing.
Now?
Faustino.
I know, I agree. We need our family back soon.
Soon enough?
Were you just waiting in the hallway to make an entrance?
Grandpa came back with Belle. At least we think he did.
And Hook?
Well, we didn't name him, so he probably didn't come back.
Where is my daughter?
Who's Hades?
That's not a good thing.
You cannot trust him.
You just led her back to him.
Love has changed him. I've changed
I
him.
know you want to believe that.
Mostly because I told you to believe that.
Actually, he's not a man at all. He is a god.
And he's better than your boyfriend. Robin's like, I hate you, Regina. This is your fault.
Well, you can't kill a dead man, I'm afraid. We have
This is very Beetlejuice happening here.
I think I prefer the first option. Oh, and you're gonna need a seriously good deed.
Because that's how redemption works. Just one good deed.
This is a god we're dealing with, and we still have no idea how to hurt him.
Doesn't mean I can't try.
Look,
He's gonna go punch at him.
who's gone, you're
This isn't about Hook.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is, Emma. You're very transparent.
So maybe it's time you start dealing with death the way other people do.
How do other people deal with death?
They don't whine as much.
I'll put up a protection spell.
What if they break through?
Everyone breaks through protection spells. You ever notice every guy on this show is either an outright villain or just a sociopath or boring?
Talk some sense into Selena. If you're with me.
Of course I
Then I'm going to. No.
Emma, go home.
I understand. You had a loss, but you're not thinking straight. Is that what you
Heyo.
am. Forgive me if I don't care to listen. I have a daughter to save.
Burn.
I'm here on Belle's behalf. Well, then she can come talk to me herself.
She's in a box.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
So I'm gonna cut your lips off and make him kiss her.
I brought along an old friend.
He's just gonna beat you with his cane.
Well, I'm more than happy to test that theory.
He's like Rumpelstiltskin, full of power, but he's like, I'm gonna hit you with this cane.
What is this place? It's his throne room, or dungeon, depending on his mood. Last time I was here, I spent most of my time at the end of a lash.
So it's his sex cave?
There's nothing here.
I looked under one thing and it's not there. That throne looks like an old-timey barber chair.
One answer she's been looking for most of all. Why to destroy a god?
You gonna share it with the audience, or we're just gonna have to wait? We're gonna have to wait.
Oh, we could really use your help. Sorry, I don't have time to go through a bunch of books.
I'm so busy right now. Why do they all have to treat Emma like she's 7? She's a grown adult.
My brother didn't want me to have this.
So I stole it from his bedroom.
Wrong story, Brooke. I thought we were just planning to live here. You know?
You're so stupid, Zelina. You mean the guy you've known for like 3 whole days might be evil? Darn.
Welcome to the town hall.
How far was that tunnel Regina and Robin had to walk through? You know, you're going to rescue your daughter. You can make out later.
Then let's go save my daughter.
Have you even seen your son yet? What did you think you could do? Just reach in and play with the lost souls? Holy crap, they can come out of the water? Wait, have they always been able to come out of the water? Because they haven't shown that yet. The book's literally like right there. Why are you taking so long to decide? You could have pulled him up by then. Wave fire, because that ghosty thing is like Frankenstein. And apparently you can catch water on fire. That ghost really wants to F with you guys. It's like they're really grasping at how to make this a dramatic scene.
You didn't tell me those things could attack us. I didn't know they could.
Well, they couldn't until they needed a dramatic scene.
You sure this book can still work?
Well, the words are still in it, so, it could still be a book. It's not like hope that would make her look in the book. It's just being stupid because she's already read that book. So why has Henry not yet been able to write Hades' story? He set up a pop-up table and wrote everyone else's story. Faith and hope make things happen, apparently. Oh my god, how long does it take to fix that crystal? Just do it. Get some super glue. Wait, to be whole again, it just needed a handle? Make a handle.
The only way to be safe is to be strong.
Are they really just recycling Rumpelstiltskin's story on Hades?
We need a distraction.
You know what's a good distraction? Speaking loudly in a doorway. I'm pretty sure they can hear you. Did you really just run across the doorway as he was leaving it and he didn't see that? Speak at full volume and walk into the room practically and they won't see you.
I don't want to hurt you. No. You want to hurt Hades, and that's the same thing.
Oh, because we're so in love.
There's no...
She's not the one who's in danger.
He's holding that crystal sideways like a gun.
Sorry. Ladies first.
No! Oh, shoot. You got Robin. Oh, my. Poor Regina can't be happy. Oh, no! He's a ghost! It's like Casper! They killed Robin. She's kind of mad.
He's been lying to you since the minute his heart started beating.
She's been lying to you before that, too.
Can't we just be happy together?
No.
We need a kingdom.
Why do you need a kingdom? Because kingdoms are awesome. Regina, did you just punch him in the junk? It kind of looked like it.
Use it.
Kill your sister a little bit.
It's giving up everything for the person you love.
It's okay, Regina, don't cry.
All I ever wanted was love.
She gonna stab you with that, isn't she?
Nothing ever will be.
Oh my gosh. Right in the chest. I don't think you need to stab him with it. You could shoot him with it. Well, that wrapped itself up nicely. And he turned into sand. Robin didn't even get that. Regina, you don't get love in your life, okay? And neither does Zelena, apparently.
Emma did exactly what she needed to.
How do you know that?
How do you know?
Exactly. So the happily ever after can also be in a doorway?
I was once prophesied to repair a broken kingdom. My mistake was thinking that kingdom was Camelot.
So he just got a one episode redemption too? So Hook's full dead too now? Who are you?
Who are you?
Exactly.
My brother, Hades.
Zeus, you look a little young. I wanted a beard. I wanted a bearded Zeus. You look like you work at a clothing store. You escorted him 3 steps. You didn't escort him anywhere. You're supposed to pour the drink on his grave. You pour it out for your homies. You don't just leave it there. The old double funeral. They leave arrows with roses. That's adorable. So did Robin even visit his son before he died? That kid's probably like, Dad was in town for how long and didn't say hi? Everyone's wearing black, Merida. Get on board. A cloak does not cut it. You're standing out.
He never even got to name his daughter.
He should have. He had enough time to name that kid.
Robin.
Thank goodness he has a very unisex, sissy name.
I hope we never again have a day like today.
But you probably will because people die all the time.
I know what you're thinking. And this is not your fault.
It totally is.
See you, Granny's.
See you at Granny's, where we always meet, whether it's a celebration or if someone dies. What was that whoosh? Another whoosh? Oh, come on. What? This is stupid. Just let him die. He's died like 8 times already.
Zeus sent me back as a reward for having defeated Hades.
That's dumb. So wait, Hook comes back. Does Robin get to come back or just Hook? Oh, he still got the thing.
Like I told you, this is my kingdom.
And I got a pokey stick now. That's just rock candy. This episode, oh my gosh. It was like kind of good until the ending. Why is Hook alive? That is so dumb and flimsy. I was like for a second thinking maybe they were going to kill him off. And then I'm like, wait, no, of course they're not going to do that. They've killed him like 80 times by now and he's still freaking alive. They're cheapening all those death scenes that came before. Anyways, Zelena and Hades show up in town. And Zelena's like, I'm gonna go tell the town that you're cool now. Here, take my baby. He's standing out there. Arthur shows up. And then he kills Arthur and just standing there with the baby. Then it shows Snow talking about how Arthur escaped. And Merida's there. and Sleepy's there, and then they all show back up, and she's like, "Yay, you're all home safe." And they're like, "Yeah, everyone, including Hades, and also Hook's still dead." Then Zelina's walking around, and she finds Regina and Robin. Robin's like, "Hey, where's my baby?" And she's like, "It's alright, I left him with the god of the dead." Regina's like, "Hey, Hades is a total liar, and he tried to kill us all." And she's like, "You just don't like my boyfriend, I'm leaving." Then Arthur's in the underworld now, and he wanders into Granny's, and Hook's there. And Hook's like, "Hey, you want to go on an epic quest to help people?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, that's not my style." And he's like, "You know what? If you help people, it'll be like a good deed, and you can, like, go to heaven or something." Because apparently in this world, one good deed hastily delivered makes up for a lifetime of evil. Emma keeps wanting to just run off and kill Hades, and they're like, "Hey girl, you're emotional, take a minute." Then Zelina goes running back to Hades and is crying how Regina says he's super mean. Hades is like, "I just want a life with you, but we might have to defend ourselves against these people, and I have a weapon. It's my brother Zeus's crystally lightning bolt thing." Then everyone shows up at Town Hall, but there's a protection spell on it, and they're like, "We can't get in," which, first of all, every time there's been a protection spell in the show, everyone else can just break it in 2 seconds, but this one is unbreakable. Regina's like, "There's some tunnels under the building, we can just, like, sneak in that way," and Emma's like, "I want to come help," and they're like, "Emma, go home." So it ends up just being Regina and Robin, and they go under the tunnels, and she's, like, kind of apologizing to him, but kind of still taking up for Zelina, and he's like, "I don't want to hear it." Then Rumple goes to Belle's dad, and he's like, "Hey, so your daughter's in a sleeping curse, and I need you to kiss her." And her dad's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, because I don't like you. And until you're out of the picture, she can stay in a sleeping curse." Then Rumple's like, "Hey, I'm super powerful, but remember when I beat the crap out of you with a cane? I'll do it again." Then Emma just comes storming in, and she's like, "Hey, Rumple, I need help with Hades." And he's like, "I'm not gonna help you. Like, this is all your fault." Then Hook and Arthur are digging through all of Hades' stuff to try and find these pages that might tell them how to beat Hades. And Arthur finds it in his throne, and then Hook looks at him and he's like, "Oh, I know how to kill Hades now." Then Hook and Arthur run to the underworld grannies, and they talk to Cruella, and they're like, "Hey, what did you do with all those phones so we can, like, leave some haunting messages for them?" And she's like, "I destroyed them, because I hate everyone. They should all stay down here. I gotta stay down here, they should stay down here." But then Hook's like, "Wait, maybe if I get my hand on, like, the book, there might be a way to send the message." Meanwhile, back in Storybrooke, Snow, David, Henry, and Merida are at the library looking through books to try and find some information to beat Hades. Emma, like, runs in, and they're like, "Oh, great, you're here, you can help us." And she's like, "No, I gotta go." It's like, why'd she walk in there in the first place? They're like, "Emma, calm the F down and read some books." Then Hades and Zelina are still in the office, and he's taking forever to try and fix that weird Zeus crystal thing. And he's, like, making all these promises about how they want to be together and all this crap, but then he starts saying some, like, shady stuff about how he might, like, fight these people and wants to rule the town and stuff. Then Rumple calls, and he's like, "Hey, you're in my town now, let's make a deal." And he's like, "I don't want your deal." And he's like, "No, you're gonna want it, and I just want in exchange a little piece of that little Hades crystal thing." Hades is like, "No, I'm sure I got it." And Rumple's like, "You're gonna be sorry." Then Robin and Regina are still walking down what is probably the world's longest hallway. I mean, the hallway was, like, so long that in the last scene, he was really mad at Regina, and in this scene, he's, like, forgiven her and Zelina. He starts saying some stuff about how, like, she's his future, and I'm like, he's gonna die. Then there's another really kind of dumb scene. It's Hook and Arthur, and they're going to find the book in the underworld, and they're going through the river. And Arthur's like, "What are those things? I'm gonna poke them." And Hook's like, "Whoa, don't touch the water. You go in the water. You stay in the water." They pull the boat up to this place where this statue is just holding the book, and Hook's like, "Don't worry, I'll go get it." And then one of the ghosty things just comes out of the river and starts attacking Arthur. It was an overly long, trying to be too dramatic scene where, like, Hook hits it with fire, and they think they're safe, and then it grabs Arthur again, and then Hook throws the fire, and then Arthur hits it, and then the book almost falls in, and then Hook reaches over the edge, and he catches it, and it's like, that was too dramatic, calm down. Then when they get the book, Hook has some very hope explanation of if they put the pages back in, the pages can cross realms when people need hope the most, and the pages say that, like, Hades can be killed by that crystal, and he's just hoping Emma gets the message. Then there's another scene that tried, like, a little too much to be tense, because the book's sitting next to Emma, and she doesn't look at it, but then she does look at it, and she just looks at her and Hook's story, and then she closes it and puts it away, and then you're like, "Oh no, is she gonna read it?" And then the book just opens up to the page. Then we go back to Hades, and he's still working on making that freaking crystal hole again. He finally gets it, but while he's doing it, like, Regina and Robin are, like, on opposite side of the wall with the door completely open, just talking about how they're gonna rescue the baby, and it's like, keep your voices down. They're, like, maybe 15 feet away. Then the lights kind of flash, and they look out the window, and, like, Emma's just gone full crazy. She's just standing out there trying to break the protection spell by herself. Zelina's like, I'm gonna go talk to her, you watch the baby. And then Regina even crosses in front of the doorway as they're walking through it, and they don't see her. Zelina goes out there, and she starts, like, throwing Emma around, and then Emma's like, no, look, I got these pages. Hades is super bad, and I know how to kill him. Zelina's like, wait, you're trying to kill my boyfriend? I mean, that makes me super mad, but I'll be more mad if my sister agreed to this. Regina and Robin run inside. Robin grabs the baby, and then Hades is behind them, so he puts the baby down, and they both kind of, like, block her. Hades has some speech about how he's crazy and wants to kill people, and the lightning bolt thingy won't so much kill them as just make them nothing. They won't really exist. They won't go to heaven, hell. They're just gonna be gone. Regina's like, my sister's gonna be mad at you if she finds out about this, and he's like, she won't find out. Then Robin's like, please don't hurt Regina. This was on me. Hurt me. And he's like, yeah, I'll kill you too, but I'm gonna kill her first. He points it at Regina and shoots, and then Robin jumps in front of it, and then he freaking full-on dies. They have, like, a slow-mo scene where he, like, turns around and looks at her, and then he falls, and then there's this, like, ghostly image of him, and they're just staring at each other, and then it kind of just vaporizes and disappears. Then Hades is, like, getting ready to shoot Regina, and then Zelina comes in, and she's like, hey, he just killed Robin. Hades says that he did it because he said he was going to kill Zelina, and they're like, no, you're a liar. And then she's like, is this true? Because there's pages that you wanted to kill him. And she's like, yeah, I wanted to kill him a little bit. Then Hades starts all that crap about wanting to have a family and a kingdom, and he did actually trap them there, but he did it for her, and they would have been fine, but they followed him, and they were a threat, so they had to be, like, killed. Then Regina lunges at him. He drops the crystal. Zelina picks it up. She's pointing it between both of them, kind of. Regina's talking about love, and Hades is talking about how they can have it all, and they can live together, and blah, blah, blah. And Regina's like, hey, he wants all. He's not going to sacrifice for you. And then Regina and her are, like, crying. Then Zelina's like, yeah, I just wanted to be good enough for someone. I'm not even good enough for you. And then she just stabs it into his chest and kills Hades. Hades turns into a pile of dust. Regina goes and, like, looks at Robin, and they're both crying, and Zelina comes down, and they're hugging each other, crying. Then it shows Arthur and Hook in the underworld, and Arthur's like, yeah, I finally did something righteous. I'm pretty much redeemed now. Hook's like, yeah, I got hope, and I just know that Emma, totally took care of Hades. Then the portal thing opens, and Hook's like, alright, I did my unfinished business. You want to come with me? And Arthur's like, nah. I was prophesied to repair a broken kingdom. I might as well do this one. Hook walks through the doors, and he ends up in this place with, like, a bunch of pillars, and there's this dude there that looks like he's working at, like, The Gap or Abercrombie or, like, something like that. He's a dude that looks way too young to be Zeus. Anyway, Zeus dude is like, yeah, because of what you did, I'm here to take you where you belong. And then they walk off and the screen gets all white. And I'm like, finally, did they just actually kill this guy? Because it's getting tiresome. Then Emma's at Hook's grave and she's crying and says she misses him and crap. And then it cuts to Robin's funeral. Everyone's there. They're putting little arrows on his casket. Then they all kind of start leaving. Oh, and his son's there. The son that I don't think he even checked in on. Zelina walks up with the baby, and then they're like, yeah, he never even got a chance to name his daughter. He had many chances to name his daughter. She's like, I'm gonna name her Robin. And they're like, oh, that's so sweet. Can we quit naming babies after other people? They're their own people. Give them their own names. It's just some weird trend on this show. If someone dies a horrible death, you're gonna get a baby named after you. Then everyone's kind of leaving, and Emma's just standing there, so Snow goes up and hugs her and is like, it's not your fault. It totally is her fault. Then Emma's like, I just want to say goodbye on my own. It's like, why are you the last one there? Shouldn't Regina be the last one there crying over his casket? Then while Emma's standing there, Hook just shows up behind her. He just shows up behind her. Zeus was really proud of him for helping kill Hades, so he just sent him back. That easy. This whole season was pointless. Like, you keep saying characters are dying, and it's just not sticking, and we end up at the same place we started? That's stupid. Like, seriously, why were they making such a big ceremony about every time he died? It's like, no, he's gonna come back. I don't have any invested emotional interest in this crap when I know none of it means anything. Hook's just like, I'm so happy everything's okay and back to normal, and she's like, it is. Except, Robin's dead, and there's 2 emotionally broken women, but everything's better now that you're back. Then it shows Rumpel going into the office, and there's this pile of dust that was Hades, and he just reaches into the pile, and there's, like, the big chunk of crystal that I guess was in his chest or something, and he's like, should have taken my deal. This is my kingdom. And then credits. I honestly don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know why for even a second I thought there might have been a possibility that Hook would actually stay dead. he wouldn't. And it just seems like the show was like, once again, let's kill someone Regina loves. I mean, I didn't particularly super like Robin, but it's like, wait, why is he dead and Hook's still alive? Hook's died like a bunch of times. I don't know, man. I have no clue what's coming in the finale, no clue where season 6 is gonna go. It's just weird. I think this season would have been worth it if Hook had actually just freaking moved on. So what did you guys think about this one? If I forgot anything or left anything out, drop a comment. Don't forget to do the things, rate, comment, subscribe. Only one episode left. I'll catch you guys later. Until next time.